What drives you? Have you identified your purpose? Do you understand your mission in life? Well, what follows is a series of shorts. That series asks a question, each short video, that will help you identify your mission. What I would recommend is you grab a pen and a piece of paper, and as you watch each short, you pause at each section and write out your answer. You can do this over the course of the next 10 days. You could do this over the course of the next half hour. Watch the videos, pause, answer the question, reflect on the question, and then move on. The purpose of these is to help you write out a mission statement. And first, we need to get through identifying your missions and your themes in your life. See you on the other side. What do you love? Now seriously, what do you love? Take a pen, write it down. I just started a new round of my Moving Forward with Your Mission, Vision, and Values workshop this week. And that's the first question that we're asking in order to help you determine what your mission is. So over the next 10 days, I'm gonna ask 10 questions designed to help you figure out your mission. That's the first one. What do you love? And I'm not talking just pizza. It might be something you love. Write it down. So what makes you come alive? That's question 2 in identifying your personal mission. Another way to phrase this might be, what are you passionate about? And it's a slightly different answer, variations of the same thought. Yesterday, I identified pizza as something that I love. If today I were to say that, I love a well-manicured lawn and a good-looking garden, I wouldn't say that those things help me come alive. If I never had to weed my garden again, I'd probably be okay. And I definitely know I don't need to ever touch a lawnmower again. So what makes you come alive? What are you passionate about? I fast forward you all the way to the end of your life with this next question on identifying your mission. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Now remember, grab a pen, write it down. Take some time to think about this. A legacy, that's, it's more than just a piece of property. It could be thoughts, it could be wisdom, it could be how you're remembered. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind with your family, with your community, maybe in the workplace, in society? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Yesterday, we took you far into the future. Today, we're jumping into your recent past as we look at question 4 on identifying your mission. What did you do recently that left you feeling fulfilled or satisfied? So after you did whatever it is that you're doing, you walked away thinking, man, that helped me feel good. That helped me feel complete. That helped me feel as if I did what I was meant to do, fulfilled or satisfied. What activities do you do that make you lose track of time? That's question 5 here on identifying your mission. So write it down. What activities do you love to do that as you're doing them, you realize later, man, time flew by. I totally didn't realize I've been doing this for so long, right? The day it's gone. Which activities in your life, what activities make you lose track of time? Who inspires you most? That's question 6 on identifying your mission. Now, I stood in front of this bookshelf for a reason, because a lot of authors and speakers have inspired me over the years. This could be somebody that you know or somebody that you don't. Family, friends, celebrities, again, authors, speakers, teachers, right? Who in your life inspires you most? So don't write down a bunch of names here. You can write down a bunch of names and thin them down maybe, but pick one. Who inspires you the most? 25 years from now, what does the impact that you left look like? It's question 7 on identifying your mission. Now, several days ago, the question was, what legacy do you leave behind? This is different. Legacy is something that you're physically leaving behind. What does your impact look like 25 years from now? Well, that's how have you changed the world, your family, your community, your friends? Like, what impact did you leave behind with the people, the things that you've touched? Write it down. What are you naturally good at? So your skills, your abilities, your gifts. This is question 8 on identifying your mission. The question is, what are you naturally good at? And I'd even go so far as to suggest, as you're writing these down, that the things that you've practiced and crafted and mastered over the years, write those down too. Because whether you were good at them 20 years ago or not, if you're good at them today and naturally good at them today, and they again bring you the energy that we've talked about before, and so others would look at you and say that you're naturally good at it, write those down as well. What do people typically ask you for help with? That's question 9 on identifying your mission. And I'm not talking about, they ring you on the phone and ask you to come over and help them move for the price of a pizza and beer, right? Like, now it's great if you're that person to your family and friends. And what is exclusively you that they call you and ask you for help with? Write these things down. This could be a sign of where you add value to your world. If you had one thing to teach, what would you teach? Now, this is a little bit different than yesterday, right? Yesterday, in identifying your mission questions, we were finding out what your friends and family and others call you to ask for help with. Today, this is identifying what you would feel most inclined to teach if you only had one thing that you could teach to others. Take a deep dive, take a deep look. And I'm not talking about burping the alphabet, right? Like, I have had some kids that could probably teach people how to do that. And as we wrap up this mission exercise and identifying your mission questions, I want you to take a look back over all these questions and think about what you've learned about yourself over the past 2 weeks as we've dug deep into these questions. Next, we're going to introduce an exercise to help you write out your mission statement. How self-centered are you? What? Jeff, we just spent the last 10 days talking about identifying your mission questions. How does that have anything to do with being self-centered? Well, we can all be centered on a lot of things. Our center actually helps us to find our security, our guidance, our power, our wisdom. And we could be centered on our spouse, family, money, work, pleasure, friends, possessions, enemies, church, or ourself. A stronger center gives us a clearer sense of direction. Alternating centers could have us looking in a lot of different ways in order to find our wisdom, our power, our strength. And so as we focus in on a center, then we get more focused on our direction, part of our mission, right? If you did the core values exercise with us, you might have a principle that you want to have at your center, giving you a strong sense of direction. Identify the themes from your mission questions, bring those back as we write our mission statement next.